In a world filled with uncertainty, fear, and constant noise, there is a quiet invitation that echoes through time. Trust in God. It is not a command forced upon us, but a gentle call, one that asks for surrender, patience, and faith. Many people search endlessly for signs, for proof, for miracles that will change their lives overnight. Yet, what if the miracle begins not outside of you, but within your heart? To trust in God is not always easy. It means believing even when circumstances seem against you. It means holding on when everything in your life feels like it is falling apart. But this is precisely where faith becomes powerful. Faith is not the absence of struggle. It is the decision to believe despite it. Think about the storms you have faced in your life. Moments of doubt, pain, loss, or confusion. In those times, it is natural to ask, where is God? But what if God was there all along, working quietly behind the scenes? What if every delay, every closed door, every hardship was part of a greater plan you could not yet see? Trusting God means letting go of the need to control everything. We often want immediate answers, instant solutions, and visible results. But God operates differently. His timing is perfect, even when it feels slow. His ways are higher, even when they seem unclear. Miracles do not always come as dramatic, life-altering events. Sometimes they are subtle, a sudden peace in the middle of chaos. Strength when you thought you had none left. A door opening just when you were about to give up. These are miracles too, quiet, powerful, and deeply personal. When you trust in God, your perspective begins to change. Problems that once felt overwhelming become opportunities to grow. Fear loses its grip, and hope begins to take root. You start to see that you are not alone, that there is a divine presence guiding you every step of the way. Faith requires patience. This is perhaps one of the hardest lessons. We live in a world that values speed and instant gratification, but spiritual growth does not happen overnight. Trust is built over time, through trials and perseverance. Every moment you choose faith over fear, you are strengthening your relationship with God. There will be moments when your faith is tested. Times when prayers seem unanswered, when silence feels heavy, when doubt creeps in. In those moments, remember this: silence does not mean absence. God is still working, even when you cannot see it. Consider the seeds planted in the ground. For a long time, nothing appears to happen. But beneath the surface, something incredible is taking place. Roots are forming, strength is building, life is preparing to emerge. Your faith works in the same way. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean it is not happening. Trusting God also means surrendering your fears. Fear often comes from the unknown, from the lack of control. But when you place your trust in God, you are acknowledging that He sees the bigger picture. You are saying, I may not understand, but I believe you do. Miracles often happen when we least expect them, not always in the way we imagined, but in the way we needed most. Sometimes the miracle is not the situation changing, but you changing. Your heart becoming stronger, your spirit becoming more resilient, your faith becoming unshakable. Gratitude plays a powerful role in this journey. When you begin to thank God, not only for the blessings, but also for the challenges, something shifts within you. You start to see every experience as meaningful, every moment as part of a divine story. Trusting God does not mean life will be free from difficulties. It means you will never face them alone. There is a profound difference. With God, even the darkest valleys can lead to transformation. Even the deepest pain can give birth to new strength. You may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but faith invites you to believe that there is purpose, even in the confusion, that nothing is wasted, that every tear, every struggle, every step is part of a journey leading you closer to something greater. When you let go and trust, you create space for miracles to enter your life. Not because you forced them, but because you allowed God to work freely. Faith is not about controlling outcomes. It is about trusting the one who holds them. There is a quiet strength that comes from surrender. It is not weakness, but courage. The courage to believe when it is easier to doubt. The courage to keep going when it would be easier to give up. Every day is an opportunity to renew your trust in God. Through prayer, reflection, and simple moments of awareness, you can reconnect with that divine presence. You can remind yourself that you are guided, loved, and never forgotten. And as you continue on this path, you will begin to notice something extraordinary. The more you trust, the more you see. The more you believe, the more you experience. Miracles start to appear, not because they suddenly exist, but because your eyes are finally open to them. So whatever you are facing today, hold on to this truth. Trust in God, even when it is hard, even when it hurts, even when you do not understand. Because beyond your doubts, beyond your fears, beyond your circumstances, there is a greater reality unfolding, a reality where hope is stronger than fear, where love is greater than pain, where faith can move mountains, and where miracles are not just possible, they are already on their way. Trust in God, and you will see miracles